So, I just watched the fifth episode of Game of Thrones. Yes, it was, after the spectacular last episode, it was bound to be kind of anticlimactic, as in there were no battle scenes, and except that short scene where Gendry killed those two guards, of course. That was kind of cool. So we have seen a lot of characters that we haven't seen for a while, or several, in this episode. Gendry, who I already mentioned, is one of them. Yeah, and then there was Beric and Taurus. Well, we already saw them once in this season, but we haven't seen them for a long time before that. Anyway, um, and yeah, Jorah, he's he's back again, back among normal humans, and that's a good thing. But now there's sort of a mess. There are perhaps too many characters in the same plot, same storyline. I don't know how that will go. To me, it's kind of messy. Actually, it feels kind of too messy. But they had to get as many good guys or non-bad guys as possible to fight against the White Walkers. Yes, but the part where they suggested they were talking about bringing with them one of the the undead to King's Landing and Cersei, so that they could convince her that White Walkers are real. That plot sounds kind of far-fetched. I think it's quite. It does sound interesting, but it also sounds like come on, how are you just gonna kidnap one of the White Walkers and bring them to King's Landing? I don't see that. All the way from the north. It just sounds kind of almost ridiculous. And yeah, we saw the end of Randall Tarley, who was one of the most, uh, well, unsympathetic characters still alive, or was. And yeah, it was a good scene, kind of touching, I really wanted to see him dead. It was kind of touching when his son Deacon refused to, bend the knee, and when they held hands as the dragonfire engulfed them. That was pretty good, dramatic. So I really look forward to see what will happen next, as in the previous 4 episodes. And Jon and Daenerys, when they were, kind of saying farewell, kind of felt like they were never gonna see each other again, actually. So, because, well, they both have a lot to do. So maybe I'm not gonna, of course, say we cannot know what will happen, but the fans having like clamoring for romance between them, and I guess the producers have teased them with the possibility of that happening, but it's gonna be hard. Yes, and there was that scene where John kind of tamed the dragon, or kind of pet him, and he petted him, and I guess that's another proof that he is a Targaryen, because only they can have such a special connection to the dragons. And it was a good scene. Yes. Yeah, there will be a lot happening. It can be sometimes overwhelming, because in all the previous seasons, perhaps only apart from the first, things went slower. It didn't happen that much over so little time. So that can be kind of course that's exciting. At the same time, it's quite overwhelming. Yeah, and then in the end, we saw Arya following Littlefinger around. Of course, she has seen pretty quickly that he is not someone to trust, that he is a suspicious character. So she saw him get some kind of parchment from Maester Louis' archives. And I wonder if that didn't have something to do with the true parentage of Jon Snow. I think it did, most likely, because what else? What other kind of secret could Littlefinger have desired to know so much? You know, as I said already, I kind of had a hunch that he would be the one to disclose the the real parentage of Jon Snow, so he can remove him as the king, of course, and then install Sansa, and kind of be rule from the behind, the curtain. And yeah, so he's always looking for more power, that's for sure. And then in the end, as Arya went out of his room, we saw that he was watching her and smiling really devilishly. So one can assume why he smiled like that, because whether it was just because he had discovered that Arya was following him, or that he knew that she had read, found out the news, the big news about Jon's parentage. Yes, there's a lot happening now, of course. Um, well, I can assume what will happen next. Jon Snow and the others. Well, I think the Hound will most likely not survive. He'll do something similar that Hodor did in the last season. He saved Bran and Mira. Yeah, he'll kind of just fight off the other, long enough for the others to escape. Jon and Jorah and yeah, the main characters anyway, the main protagonists. So I'm not sure about Taurus and Beric. Beric has already been dead, so he might as well give his life, in order to, assure that John's mission will be successful. Yeah, Taurus I'm not sure about. He's a kind of different character, but he's not one who sacrifices himself so willingly. So anyway, yeah, that's I think that was all. I covered everything pretty much. There was not so much to say about Cersei and Jaime, always the same stuff. Cersei is pregnant, yeah, that's the only news. On that front, yeah, that kind of complicates the situation, of course. I kind of feel sorry for Jaime, because he will most likely once again have to, lose a child even before it gets born, perhaps. I don't see Cersei surviving. Not very likely. She's not the one who can, just accept defeat and, you know, just withdraw and stay and die in captivity. I don't see her ending like that. Yeah. So it was a good episode, but as I said, this stuff was kind of confusing with John and Davos' idea about getting that White Walker, you know, to King's Landing. Just sounds really far fetched and weird. I guess the writers got a little you know, too ambitious. So yeah, a really great season so far.